shotgun with me tonight. And, well, we should have a really good basketball game here on tap between these two teams.
You're exactly right, Charles. Coming into this game, both teams sitting right towards the top of the conference. St. Mary actually went down to third here with their loss just this past Friday evening to Mansalona. East Jordan, I believe, is in second right now in the Ski Valley behind only Bel Air. So it's a bit of a long jab in the top 4 places. None of those teams have fewer than 3 conference wins, so it'll be a big game for both teams here to keep themselves right at the top looking for that #1 spot, Charles. We were talking on the way over here. St. Mary, after their loss to Mansalona Friday, has to play their A game here, really kind of holding East Jordan down defensively.
And one of the things that we also talked about is that the Red Devils had school today, so their players, their team is in routine.
Yep.
Gaylord St. Mary did not have school today. It was canceled because of snow and inclement weather conditions. So will they be able to react well enough to not having school? And were they able to stay within rhythm? Did they sleep in? Did they wake up at 1 o'clock today because they knew they didn't have school? We'll find out here in less than a minute. We have our national anthem, our invocation, and starting lineups coming up after this. This has been the Gaylord Eye Care pregame show. We're going to step aside one more time before we come back for our invocation and starting lineups and our tip-off between the Red Devils and the Snowbirds. We'll be back after this.
Vision Source and Gaylord Eye Care are proud to be offering their services to local communities across northern Michigan. With locations in Gaylord, Boyne City, Bel Air, and Sheboygan, they're committed to serving you and providing a trusted source of credentials and expertise. If you're struggling with anything vision-related, then don't hesitate to schedule a consultation and meet their friendly and experienced staff for yourself.
Are you interested in building a new home or renovating an existing one? With over 100 years of combined experience, J&J Construction is one of the most reliable and respected general contractors in our service area. J&J is a trusted construction partner valued by architects, subcontractors, financiers, and most of all, their clients. J&J Construction has been completing quality homes and improvement projects that add value to the communities they serve. They bring a passion for innovation and a commitment to quality to every job they do. Call them today.
Your white one. All right, we're going to send it over to Kevin McKinley for invocation.
Dear Lord, we thank you for the gift of athletics. May we give you glory in everything that we do, in the way that we play, and in the respect we have for others. Mary, Our Lady of Mount Carmel. Now, please remain standing. I'll draw your attention to the flag of the United States of America above the stage. Please remember those that have given their lives defending our flag and country. Gentlemen, please remove your hats, and veterans, feel free to give the appropriate salute. Join us in honoring our God and country as we play our national anthem.
Back here, ladies and gentlemen, about ready to get started with our lineups here to begin this evening. Of course, we'll begin with the visiting Red Devils over here off to our right. And we'll begin with number 3, sophomore William Webb. Number 0, junior Max Beal. Up next, number 1, senior Ryder Malpas. Number 44, senior Brendan Ennis. And last but not least, 54, another senior, Corbin Russell, a very distinguished, very experienced starting 5 here for the Red Devils.
Yeah, some game notes. The Red Devils coming into this contest playing some excellent basketball, and it starts with their ability to knock down some three-point shots. When they can knock down three-point shots, the Red Devils give their opponents a very, very tough question to try and answer. Do you extend out to the three-point line, or do you go and try to pack it into the paint and prevent those offensive rebounds? And right now, we'll see what the Snowbirds have decided to do in tonight's game. It's kind of a pick your poison type of situation. Definitely Red Devils coming in here, you would argue, a more complete team in terms of the personnel, the talent, the size, the strength that they have. I think you could say the St. Mary's Snowbirds have one of the predominant players in Northern Michigan, Daniel Jacobson, the ability to take the opposing team's best guard out of the game, and then also capable of putting up 32, 35 points like we saw a couple nights ago against the Bel Air Eagles, the team that's also tied for first place in the Ski Valley Conference right now. So should be a fun one here tonight. Want to thank you for making us a part of your Monday evening. Game got moved up a little bit early tonight because of the weather, but both teams are at full strength as we begin here from the Alpine City.
All right. The starting 5 on the floor here for St. Mary's real quick. Number 0, senior Daniel Jacobson. Number 11, freshman Nathan O'Connell. Number 12, freshman Cooper McKinley. 13, senior Hogan McKinley. And last but not least, number 55, sophomore Charlie Cameron. And East Jordan wins the tip-off here with William Webb taking it at the moment. Staring down the O'Connell-McKinley pair, and we go back around to Webb as he works the baseline, up and over. No good on the shot, but he draws the quick foul.
That's actually
called
travel.
Yes, I see that, just as I called it.
So the Snowbirds coming out in a 2-3 zone defense. East Jordan playing just a little full court man extended. Let's see what this first defensive possession is going to be. It looks like
Jacobson powers it off here to the younger McKinley. Now back to his older brother, Hogan.
Yeah, they're playing man and they're face guarding Daniel Jacobson, so not going to help off of Daniel Jacobson as O'Connell powers in. No good. Rebounded there by the Red Devils.
And that was the big thorn in St. Mary's side here this past Friday was they guarded Jacobson. Mansalona did, normally double teaming him. He only had 7 points, Charles, and you said he's averaging over 20 points a game this season.
Actually over 25 points a game, and there's a nice skip pass, got the back screen as Malpas drives baseline. You can count that.
There you go, first minute into this game. East Jordan gets their first 2 points, brought to you by the senior Ryder Malpas, and we've got a foul up on the floor.
So they did a nice job of scheming that play up. It was, I believe, Brendan Ennis that set that brush screen, then they skipped it over the top of the zone. Malpas drove baseline, and he finished through the contact.
And there you go, 3-point play the old-fashioned way off an East Jordan bounce, and it's a 3-0 game. Hogan back to Jacobson. Now McKinley will take it across here. A lot of traffic to get through. Finds Cameron in the corner, back to Cooper McKinley now, and Hogan will take it back over here, trying to work something around the arc. Finds McKinley. Good inside defense so far from East Jordan. Quick find to Jacobson. That'll be batted away. Jacobson couldn't get a handle on it, so East Jordan will take it right back over here.
Yeah, and you look at the athletic ability of Will Webb for the Red Devils. He's the guy that's drawing the man-to-man assignment on Daniel Jacobson. That's kind of who I anticipated drawing that assignment. And they're just going to go full-on face guard, a lot of help going his way. And that's what allowed them as Russell tees up the 3.
Oh, there it is. Quick 6-0 start here. The opening minute and 40 in this one here. East Jordan on top. Hogan McKinley doing all he can to get it back to his side of the court. Works his way to the paint, back up top now. Will take a moment to reset, getting it back over to his younger brother, Cooper. East Jordan's side of the gymnasium, quite ruckus here in support for the team. Good start for them so far. Find to McKinley in the corner, back up top here to Hogan. He'll work his way, the jumper from about 10 feet, and he's got it in. The first points of the game for the Snowbirds.
And they're going to need a large production out of Hogan McKinley tonight if they want to keep pace with this Red Devil scoring, especially going against this zone.
Crowd quiets momentarily as Malpas takes it in. Cameron there trying to break things up. Stuck under the basket. Away, no good for the Malpas shot. Back the other way with Jacobson. Quick pass up top to Cooper McKinley. Inside to his brother Hogan, and there's 2 more.
So 4 straight points for Hogan McKinley. Snowbirds with their first fast break points of the game. McKinley with all 4 as the Snowbirds have put together 4 straight.
6-4 is the score. Just about 3 minutes into this game. Russell rears up for another 3, no good. Cameron there on the rebound. Back to Jacobson. Jacobson crossing the half-court line here. To Cooper, now Hogan, McKinley, no good. That one goes behind the backboard and gathered up by Malpas.
McKinley with a little heat check there.
Russell gets it back over to Webb. Skip pass broken up by Jacobson. He gathers it up, takes it all the way down the court, and fires it in. No good, draws the foul.
And that foul looks like it's going to be called against Ryder Malpas. And Jacobson there getting a steal, trying to tie this game up at the free throw line. And for Jacobson, if you're a good three-point shooter, one of the things that you don't want to do playing against a great three-point shooter like Jacobson is put him to the free throw line early for their first foul attempts of the game. And he misses the first, but that's just one of the scenarios where if you are a shooter and you can get to the free throw line, you get a chance to set your rhythm, get your feet on you, see one go through the basket, and oftentimes it leads to good production for shooters.
1 for 2 there at the line for Jacobson. 1 point, 6-5 game. Wood brings it across the timeline here, getting things set up. 4:33 to go in this first period. Webb over to Malpas in the corner, and it's a clean swish, 3 more. 9-5 now the score.
That's 6 for Ryder Malpas after the Snowbirds had 5 straight. Red Devils answer back with their second three-pointer.
Not a bad start for that senior. You got Jacobson here working against Webb, finding big man Cameron, working along the baseline, and that'll be a foul coming up here on Russell.
First foul on Corbin Russell, second personal against the Red Devils. Snowbirds look to go to that empty side ball screen action. There should have been a foul up top.
Yeah. Good inbound pass. First it was O'Connell there, then Cameron trying to clean things up. Neither shot got in. So remain a 9-5 ball game. Ellis Malpas in for the first time tonight. William Webb gets that one knocked away by Hogan McKinley.
Should
And
stay
ref,
here. Actually, never mind.
Ref just pointed it will go back to the Snowbirds. 3:50 to go in the first period.
East Jordan continuing this full court man, just trying to apply pressure, and that's going to be the second personal foul against Ryder Malpas.
East Jordan's biggest offensive piece here will likely have to take a rest on the bench, and there he goes.
Yeah, 2 fouls early. He's got 6 of their 9 points.
Yeah. So that'll bring in number 2, Eli Burns, for the first time this evening. Another senior. Once again, an old, experienced squad here for East Jordan. As Cooper McKinley grabs that one up by the fingertips, dumps that one off to O'Connell, and there's his first points of the game.
Yeah, nice heady play by freshman to freshman going there. McKinley to O'Connell. And O'Connell, nice shot fake there after getting his first attempts down there blocked with a nice adjustment.
Webb to Burns, skip over to Beal on the far side, broken up here, taken all the way down by Hogan McKinley, and it's in. And we have a tie ball game, folks. 3 minutes to go just about in this first period, and it's a 9-9 score.
And Hogan McKinley right now, 6 points of his own to match the 6 for Ryder Malpas. So both teams kind of trading jabs right now to get this game underway.
Beal with another 3, and it's in. 3 made this period for East Jordan to open things up. And it's a 12-9 ball game. Jacobson working across, gets it all the way down in the paint, dumps it off to Cameron. Too much power off the window there. Back the other way in the hands of Webb and the Red Devils.
I think if you're Jacobson, you'd like to see him go up with that one.
Yeah. And you'd like to have another shot at grabbing that one up as that one slips past Webb's fingertips. The Snowbirds get a chance to possibly tie things up off the turnover.
You're looking at the Snowbirds guards right now. They're just trying to catch their breath right now. East Jordan definitely has the depth pieces here tonight. They might be able to take advantage of that in terms of the bench.
Hogan with Beal hopping all over him, back over to Jacobson.
If you're Daniel Jacobson, you don't want to give the ball up right there. You want to keep that, make sure you can have it in your hands and make sure you can make a decision here with it.
O'Connell back over to Cooper McKinley. Now to Jacobson once again. He'll try inside, kicks back over to Cooper. And it's a stalemate here at the top of the arc at the moment.
We just got to make them guard right now. St. Mary playing offense right now. Also just trying to catch their breath because they're expending a lot of energy defensively as well. Want to get something for Jacobson here on an empty side.
30-plus second possession already for the Snowbirds. So O'Connell takes it back over. Minute 28 to go in the first period.
If you're St. Mary, you don't need to force a shot. You still want to get the best shot possible.
And that'll be Hogan losing it momentarily, gathers it back up, falls short there on the shot. Russell gets it back, and a 45-second Snowbird possession ends in zilch. Credit to the Red Devil defense so far. Inside to Ellis Malpas, tipped away, staying here on this side of the court.
Yeah, you're seeing some active hands right now for the Snowbirds. East Jordan, they need to get a guy to flash to the high post and then try to hit a baseline runner. Get to the short corner or get a quick reversal down on the baseline against this zone defense.
Another freshman for the Snowbirds, Joe Jacobson, checks in here. 62 seconds to go in the first period. Webb also taking a moment. Gather his thoughts, goes from one from the elbow, and it's in.
Or you could just screen the high man in the zone like they just did there and knock down the 15-foot jump shot. That works too.
Now the second biggest lead of the game here for East Jordan as Webb will get a foul on that reach in.
That's his first and the team's fourth foul. So the Snowbirds right now trying to get the ball into Daniel Jacobson's hands, making a concerted effort. You can't let go of the rope here if you're the Snowbirds. You played a good first quarter. You've settled your feet.
Up and away from Jacobson, and it's in off the bench for three. Back to a 2-point, 14-12 ball game. Quick pass here to Russell. He finds himself stockpiled there by O'Connell, and around we go. Russell bats that one to Beal. And with 22 seconds left to go in the first period, East Jordan will reset.
Yeah, nice play by Daniel Jacobson. East Jordan allocated 3 resources up top to that ball screen.
Burns gets that one knocked away. 9 seconds to go for the Snowbirds to put one more up into flight. In the background we go. Jacobson to Hogan McKinley, in and out, and that will take care of the first period, ladies and gentlemen. 14-12. We've got a good one here beginning, Charles. We'll step it away to a quick commercial break.
Are you interested in building a new home or renovating an existing one? With over 100 years of combined experience, J&J Construction is one of the most reliable and respected general contractors in our service area. J&J is a trusted construction partner valued by architects, subcontractors, financiers, and most of all, their clients. J&J Construction has been completing quality homes and improvement projects that add value to the communities they serve. They bring a passion for innovation and a commitment to quality to every job they do. Call them today.
Now's the time to fly from your Northern Michigan hometown Cherry Capital Airport, TVC. TVC Airport will get you to your dream destination anywhere in the world. Visit tvcairport.com now.
And welcome back in, ladies and gentlemen. A quick score breakdown. So far, each team with 4 scores. St. Mary, your leader so far, Hogan McKinley with 6 points, followed by Joe Jacobson with that big 3, Nathan O'Connell with 2, and Daniel Jacobson, interesting, only with 1 point so far. And
for East Jordan, leading the way is Ryder Malpas with 6. He does have 2 personal fouls, though. He picked up that second personal foul, I think, about 4 minutes into the game here, Shane. So it looks like he's not coming back on the floor right now. So key moments here for the Snowbirds to maybe tie or take the lead here on this opening possession of the second period.
Jacobson passing that one off to Hogan McKinley, now to Cooper. O'Connell, rather. Joe Jacobson still staying in here after coming in off the bench, getting that big 3 to bring it right back to a 2-point game. He works hard against Burns. Back over to Hogan McKinley all the way in. Dumps that one off to Cameron, and there he is from the baseline.
Yeah, Charlie Cameron is really adept at just picking up kind of passes down below his shins and just getting them up quick without getting them blocked.
And another takeaway here by the Snowbirds. This time Jacobson, the guilty party. He works that one in, draws the foul.
And that's what you got to do if you're Daniel Jacobson. He went right into Corbin Russell, drew the second personal against Russell. And Jacobson will go back to the free throw line where he's 1 of 2. And the bigger problem for East Jordan is turnovers right now offensively against the Snowbirds zone. Active hands at the top of the zone for the Snowbirds, causing and forcing a lot of turnovers that they've been able to get easy runouts on.
And one of the other main problems, the 2 main scorers for East Jordan, Corbin Russell and Ryder Malpas, both with 2 fouls here before the first half is over. So that'll give Russell a rest here on the bench, bringing in Hadley McCafferty. Number 20 there on your screen for the first time tonight. And it's 2 for 2.
And the first lead of the game for the Snowbirds.
Yeah, 16-14 score here. As Webb gets that one over to Burns. And back to Trace Weinkoop, also came in at the quarter break. Good passing around the perimeter, not able to get much in so far otherwise, except that's Webb taking it in. Kicked back out with 3 different Snowbirds on him, all the way in. Malpas, that's Ellis Malpas, the younger cousin, for 2. $16 apiece right now. Minute 15 so far into this second period. Jacobs working his way around.
You don't
here.
want to give the ball up if you're Jacobson right there.
That one off the mark into the hands of Ellis Malpas and the rest of the Red Devils as they trot their way back on down.
This has been an entertaining game so far, Shane, through about 10 minutes.
Number of turnovers, number of great shots, and some missed ones like that.
You've got to find Jacobson right here. He ran the floor. The Snowbirds didn't find him.
That'll be O'Connell back over to Jacobson. Now to Hogan McKinley from the corner, and it's in.
Tell you what, Hogan McKinley right now is coming out swinging. He's the first man in double digits here tonight. Actually, give him 9. But he's made a couple big shots, and he's feeling in rhythm right now. You can certainly tell that.
Yeah, he is, and that'll be St. Mary's biggest lead so far by 3, 19-16.
We're going to get an illegal screen called against Ryder Malpas, trying to screen the bottom member of the zone. Jacobson did a good job of selling that.
That'll be his cousin, Ellis Malpas.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Ellis Malpas with his first personal. Thanks, Shane.
You're welcome.
East Jordan with 2 team fouls in this second period so far, both drawn by Jacobson.
It'll be Hogan McKinley here. 5:35 to go in the first half. 19-16 ball game. Back over to Jacobson. He's got a free lane, works it all the way and gets that tipped away. But that'll stay here on the Snowbird side. Trace Weinkoop got a paw on it.
Inbounded to McKinley. Let's see what the Snowbirds have coming out of bounds here.
Be back to Jacobson here. Got that one knocked away by William Webb. Trace Weinkoop one-on-one all the way in. Not able to get the shot in, but draws the foul.
Yeah, I believe that's one of the first turnovers for the Snowbirds here in this game, and it nearly cost them some points.
Yeah.
East Jordan has not been able to get out and run here in this game. Most of their points have come in a half-court set. So for the Red Devils, with 2 of their top scorers on the bench, they need to figure out alternative ways to score.
And there's the first point of the evening for Weinkoop.
See what East Jordan does here if this is a made free throw. Interesting to see some of their coaches talking about what they want to do.
He missed there with O'Connell taking it back across. Finds Jacobson there in the corner. That'll be Hogan McKinley working his way around. Got stuffed there by Max Beal, so he'll take it back up top. Fighting Nathan O'Connell once again. McKinley inside to McConnell, who was open. Then none other than William Webb got in there, took it away. Back the other way we go.
And that's crazy help side defense by William Webb there, because Webb's been playing face guard defense on Daniel Jacobson tonight, and he made that reaction because there was a cross screen that freed up Nathan O'Connell coming across the lane, and Webb made a great anticipatory play on that ball. Back-to-back turnovers for the Snowbirds, though, so keep an eye on that. They've gotten a little loose with the ball here in the half court. East Jordan starting to pick up the pressure to try and stay in the game where their leading scorers are on the bench.
Well, so far they're hanging right around 19-17 still. 4:42 to go in the first half. Webb, the floor general, as he ever was. Getting that one off to Wynkoop. Good dump inside to Ellis Malkus. Gets the shot in, ties the game up, and draws the foul.
And Ellis Malkus has given the Red Devils 4 bench points when they've critically needed it. Largest lead of the game for the Snowbirds so far has been 3. I believe East Jordan, their largest lead was 6. As we got a substitution coming in, Robbie Amsterberg checks in for the Snowbirds. Snowbirds will play about 7 guys here tonight.
That's good. Back to an East Jordan lead. Already the 3rd lead change of this game. And that'll be Hogan McKinley falling on it. It will be a foul coming up here on East Jordan. That'll fall on Max Beal. They're saying Beal got a bit of contact there and started that chain reaction with Hogan McKinley.
That is the first personal against Max Beal, 3rd on the Red Devils in the team here in this period.
Jacobson driving that one in. A charge coming up here for St. Mary. Brendan Ennis back in this one, taking all of that.
Yeah, Daniel Jacobson didn't come to a jump stop. If he comes to a jump stop there, most likely not a travel, or excuse me, an offensive charge called. But because he kind of barreled into the defender who was set. Now, given the physical framework of how Brendan Ennis is put together, I don't know if Daniel Jacobson could run him over if he had a 20-foot head start.
Well, we've got another turnover here. That'll be Hogan McKinley taking it back. He's left unattended, works it in, not able to get the layup there, and that'll be another foul coming up on East Jordan.
And I believe that's the 5th against the Red Devils here in the period, so.
Yeah, and that'll fall on Trace Wynkoop.
No, the 4th. So the Snowbirds will be shooting the next personal foul.
McKinley back over to Daniel Jacobson, takes it back up top, now inside, weaving around, triple team back to Joe Jacobson. McKinley thought about the 3-point try, back over to Daniel, lets him fly, and it's just short off the mark there.
That's a good look for Jacobson. He was able to shake free of his defender.
It'll be William Webb, finds Joe Jacobson, back over to Ellis Malkus, behind the back, no good. That'll be O'Connell and Robbie Amsterberg there on the rebound.
I like a set here for a screen and roll.
Hogan McKinley trying to draw that contact from Beal. Gets it knocked away momentarily. Buried in the corner now is O'Connell. We've got a timeout called by Coach Dale Jacob. So we're going to take a timeout ourselves and be back here in just about a minute. Don't go anywhere. We got a great one.
Now's the time to fly from your Northern Michigan hometown Cherry Capital Airport. TVC. TVC Airport will get you to your dream destination anywhere in the world. Visit tvcairport.com now.
Know that Jimmy John's is everyone's go-to option for freaky fast subs. But did you know that they're unveiling new menu options? That's right, Jimmy John's new menu has something for everyone and is a great way to feed the whole family. So, whether you're watching the big game, hard at work, or taking the family out to eat, Jimmy John's wants to make finding a gourmet sandwich easy. The crew of Next Level Broadcasting trusts their pregame meals to Jimmy John's, and you should too, at Jimmy John's in Gaylord.
Well, if you're tuning in tonight to quench your appetite for an entertaining game, we can help quench your appetite if you're hungry and looking to feed the family in a freaky fast way with the Jimmy John's right here in Gaylord. So strong that a tornado couldn't even take them out and keep them out of town. That is the Gaylord Jimmy John's. Charles Trail, Shane Smith here as the Snowbirds taking on the Red Devils. Battle for first place on the line in the Ski Valley Conference tonight, and these two teams are leaving it all on the line.
Yes, they are. A one-point game with just over 3 minutes to go in the first half. Turnovers, fouls, and three-pointers galore so far in this one.
Yeah, if we're St. Mary inbounding from the coffin corner there. Really hard spot to inbound the basketball, and Jordan did a good job to trap in the right spot.
Yes, indeed. Find back over to William Webb at the top. He'll work in against freshman Joe Jacobson. Kicks back over to Beal. No good on the three-point try. We've got a foul coming up.
And if that's against Russell, oh no, it's not against Russell. That is against Brendan Annis, and that's his first. But I believe it's the 5th against the Red Devils.
Refs are talking about that right now. And speaking of that, we want to give our refs a little bit of some love on the broadcast. We've got Charlie Lovelace and Dave and Steve Johnson here. Our 3 gentlemen out there in the stripes calling this one, keeping everyone safe and making sure this is a fun game for all.
So what the officials are discussing right now is did the foul happen during the shot? If the foul happened during the shot, it's what's determined a player control foul, so you actually aren't shooting free throws. If the foul occurred during the rebounding opportunity after the ball had hit the rim, it would effectively be free throws for St. Mary, but the officials said that it happened during the act of the shot while the ball was in the air.
It'll be Hogan McKinley charging down the court, throws up 2 more, and it's a 21-20 ball game. Boy, that took all of about 2 seconds to happen.
Hogan McKinley now with 11 in the game.
Wow. Good start for him, scoring leader out there on the floor. Wynkoop to Webb, back to Beal, now to Wynkoop from the corner here, just a little bit too long. Good rebound and put back by Brendan Annis. Back to a 1-point lead, 22-21.
That's the weak side rebounding you need to get when you're playing against a team that's playing a zone defense.
Up and away, the 3 ball, no good by McKinley.
Maybe a little heat check there for Hogan.
Yeah. Wynkoop thought about it. Be back over to Ellis Malpas.
That one, yeah, nice hands once again by McKinley.
Older cousin Reiner Malpas has been on the bench most of this first half as a big 3 drained by Cooper McKinley falls in. Reiner Malpas has been on the bench with 2 fouls here for the majority of this first half, so East Jordan really missing his efforts, but they've been able to hang around with these Snowbirds so far. Up and away, another 3 from Max Beal. That one's off the heel, no good. His opposing numbers 0 and 11, Daniel Jacobson and Nathan O'Connell there on the rebound. As Hogan McKinley works it across, everyone taking a breather for the moment.
So one of the things the Red Devils will need to do in the second half if they want to contend in this game is get back in transition defense. As Webb picks the pocket of McKinley, he's going to cruise in and tie the game up.
Boy, he looked like he was going to jump in for a dunk, just lays it in gently, and it's a tie ball game, 24 apiece. Cooper McKinley taking it back over. Finds Daniel Jacobson. Over to O'Connell. Again, a heavy freshman squad here for St. Mary, and we got a turnover.
So back-to-back turnovers for the Snowbirds, and looks like head coach Nate Dwizik going to keep both of his leading scorers here on the bench for the remainder of this first half. That is Corbin Russell and Ryder Malpas. Just trying to buy some time until he can bring back both of those players to start the second half would be my guess of what the strategy is there for the Red Devils.
The Headley McCafferty inside there. There's the gentleman's dunk by Ellis Malpas. It's back to a 2-point lead in favor of the Red Devils, 26-24.
Yep, and that's what you get when you get the baseline run against the zone, Shane. You saw it right there. You're able to effectively get a nice play out of that as...
There you go, 2 more points, this time brought to you by O'Connell. Tied up, 18 seconds to go, 26 apiece. And there's the charge foul coming up on William Webb.
And coming off the bench for the Red Devils is Ellis Malpas for 7 points and that, like you said, gentleman's dunk. And I talked about it earlier. If you can get to the high post elbow area and then time it with a guy running the baseline, you can get some nice looks at the rim. I like a ball screen here for Jacobson to try and get him free of Webb. See what the Snowbirds do. Bring the screen up. Here comes Cameron. Let's see what they do. They double it, leave a wide open shooter.
That'll be knocked away off the foot Novellas Smallbus with 1.5 seconds to go.
That's an interesting read. So Red Devils bringing 3 players to that ball screen action, forcing Jacobson to get rid of the basketball.
Gonna be Jacobson there from the corner to O'Connell, taken away by Eli Burns. And that will take care of your first half, ladies and gentlemen. 52-point combined first half here, 26 apiece. We're going to step aside for our Jimmy John's halftime commercial break and be back with your halftime show in just a few moments. Charles, don't go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen.
Know that Jimmy John's is everyone's go-to option for freaky fast subs. But did you know that they're unveiling new menu options? That's right, Jimmy John's new menu has something for everyone and is a great way to feed the whole family. So, whether you're watching the big game, hard at work, or taking the family out to eat, Jimmy John's wants to make finding a gourmet sandwich easy. The crew of Next Level Broadcasting trusts their pregame meals to Jimmy John's, and you should too, at Jimmy John's in Gaylord.
Now's the time to fly from your Northern Michigan hometown Cherry Capital Airport. TVC. TVC Airport will get you to your dream destination anywhere in the world. Visit tvcairport.com now.
I'm Ryan Beningo, but you might know me for my business, Professional Seamless Gutters, where we specialize in, you guessed it, everything gutters. New installation, replacements, cleaning, leaf guards, rain chains, and much more. But unlike many service providers, when you call Professional Seamless Gutters, you get me, Orion, not some bum intern or call center recording. So when you're contemplating any services regarding the gutters on your home or pole barn, think Professional Seamless Gutters.
Twin Bay Dock's exclusive diamond pattern is stylish to complement your waterfront property. It's quality built to last a lifetime. Engineered to be stronger, our non-skid surface stays cool to the touch, and we offer a full line of dock accessories, including kayak and supboard racks. To see all we have to offer, visit our website to find a dealer near you. Twin Bay Docks, simply exceptional quality.
Vision Source and Gaylord Eye Care are proud to be offering their services to local communities across northern Michigan. With locations in Gaylord, Point City, Bel Air, and Sheboygan, they're committed to serving you and providing a trusted source of credentials and expertise. If you're struggling with anything vision related, then don't hesitate to schedule a consultation and meet their friendly and experienced staff for yourself.
Now's the time to fly from your Northern Michigan hometown Cherry Capital Airport. TVC. TVC Airport will get you to your dream destination anywhere in the world. Visit tvcairport.com now.
At American Liner Systems, they have 3 main goals in mind. They want to do the best possible job for their customers, ensure farm and industrial safety, and protect the environment all at the same time. No matter how big or small your job site or farm is, they have many eco-safe solutions like machinery catch basins, fuel and chemical storage, manure lagoons, fertilizer containment solutions, equipment maintenance pads, and so much more. To keep our fresh water clean and our forests green, visit AmericanLinerSystems.com or call 231-258-4200 for a free quote so you can protect tomorrow's environment today.
Are you interested in building a new home or renovating an existing one? With over 100 years of combined experience, J&J Construction is one of the most reliable and respected general contractors in our service area. J&J is a trusted construction partner valued by architects, subcontractors, financiers, and most of all, their clients. J&J Construction has been completing quality homes and improvement projects that add value to the communities they serve. They bring a passion for innovation and a commitment to quality to every job they do. Call them today. Know that Jimmy John's is everyone's go-to option for freaky fast subs. But did you know that they're unveiling new menu options? That's right, Jimmy John's new menu has something for everyone and is a great way to feed the whole family. So, whether you're watching the big game, hard at work, or taking the family out to eat, Jimmy John's wants to make finding a gourmet sandwich easy. The crew of Next Level Broadcasting trusts their pregame meals to Jimmy John's, and you should too, at Jimmy John's in Gaylord.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome into our Jimmy John's halftime show with Next Level Broadcasting. I'm Shane Smith with Charles Strail, taking care of the ones and twos, color commentator, and all the extra stuff here while I run camera. We want to thank you guys for tuning in and welcome you into our halftime show. Charles, we've got some stuff to talk about here. It's a tied-up ball game going into the third period here. 26 apiece, 52-point combined first half. Pretty high foul count, especially for East Jordan, keeping out a couple of their biggest players like Ryder Malpas and Corden Russell, who have been big scorers so far, not only this game but all season long. What are some things here that we want to talk about?
Well, first of all, we'll talk about the fouls and then break down the stats just in terms of our general book, how the book looks after 2 quarters of play. For East Jordan, they have 3 players with 2 fouls. That's Max Beal, Ryder Malpas, and Corbin Russell. Some of their key cogs in their offense, picking up a couple of personal fouls early on in this game. Also, you have 1 foul apiece for Will Webb, Ellis Malpas, Trace Weinkoop, and Brendan Ennis with 1 foul apiece. That accounts to 10 fouls total. For the St. Mary's Snowbirds, they had 5 fouls, 1 on Jacobson, 1 on McKinley, and 2 on Charlie Cameron. So in the second half, you saw the decision that head coach Nate Drizik made for East Jordan to keep both Russell and Malpas and Beal out for the remainder of the first half, ensuring the fact that his guys will be ready to rock here in the second half. So the Red Devils rolling the dice, and it paid off because they're knotted up with the Snowbirds at 26 apiece after picking up twice the amount of fouls as the Snowbirds. And for Gaylord St. Mary, will they be able to get the same kind of production from their bench and other players in this second half? They've gotten a great showing from Hogan McKinley so far with 11 points in the first half. Daniel Jacobson, I believe one of the 3 leading scorers in the Ski Valley Conference, only has 3 points here tonight, all coming from the free throw line, has not made a field goal yet. So the Red Devils' game plan defensively to limit Daniel Jacobson has worked so far. However, at any point in time, if you let a scorer the caliber of Jacobson get loose, it can burn you really fast.
And he has had some open looks, too. It's just been a matter of he's been passing some of those shots off to some of his fellow players, like especially Hogan McKinley. Nathan O'Connell's had a little action inside there as well, but also Charlie Cameron's found the glass from the baseline as well. So he's been playing a bit more of a team sport as well.
And Charlie Cameron is a person that the Snowbirds really need to try and keep out of foul trouble. He had 2 personal fouls, and I believe he picked them up, the second one right in that second quarter area.
Yeah.
But some of the other production that the Snowbirds have gotten, they've gotten a couple of corner threes, both from Cooper McKinley and Joe Jacobson, and any production that you can get from beyond the arc. Those 2 players aren't going to give you a lot of production at the rim, going through the trees, if you will, of this Red Devil defense. If you look at the roster, there's not a lot of comparison between the height, size, and length of the Red Devils relative to Joe Jacobson and Cooper McKinley, but what they can do is stretch the floor and knock down some outside perimeter jump shots like they've been so far doing in the first half. The big crux of this game is Daniel Jacobson with 3 points at half. Malpas and Russell only contributing 9 points in the first half for East Jordan. So I really think that this game hangs in the balance of where the star power wants to reside. Does the momentum swing to the side of the Red Devils because of their dynamic duo, or does the star shine bright here in Daniel Jacobson? We'll find out. I mean, that's why you play the game. We're looking forward to it. I also want to thank our halftime show sponsor, Jimmy John's, because Jimmy John's quenching that appetite for some competition here tonight in the Ski Valley.
Very nice. Good tie in there. We're just about ready to get underway. Once again, Shane Smith, Charles Strail. A good game that we have in store for you, ladies and gentlemen. An early start to this one, 6 p.m. due to the weather. But nonetheless, both teams ready to play. St. Mary did have a snow day today, but that hasn't affected them so far. As we begin this one with East Jordan on the ball. William Webb here passing this one off to Corbin Russell back in off the bench. Once again, he and Ryder Malpas spent the majority of the first half there as they accrued 2 fouls apiece. So coach wanted to keep them fresh and ready to go for this second half in case if they got into a close game with St. Mary, which indeed they have. And speaking of Ryder Malpas, he's the one with the ball now, working against Daniel Jacobson. Looking for a fellow Red Devil to pass it off to, and he'll get knocked out here to the other side of the court. No foul called.
I thought that was for sure going to be a foul,
I thought so
Shane.
too, yeah. So the rest of the Red Devil faithful not too happy about that, as the foul tally has gone a bit more to St. Mary's favor so far this game, 10-5. East Jordan up over St. Mary. As Hogan McKinley works against Beal here, brings it back around him. Hand off to Jacobson. Powers his way into the paint and kicks it back out here. Nathan O'Connell from three-point land. That one's well short. Going back to the Red Devils.
That's what you got to do if you're Daniel Jacobson. You got to force the issue, drive, and then dish if they come to help and overhelp. That time they brought 4 defenders to try and prevent him from getting to the basket. Made the right play. O'Connell got a good look.
Yes, he did. Back over to Ryder Malpas now. Webb finds Russell. Had a couple of big threes earlier on this game.
Right now, if you're East Jordan, if you can get to the high post area and then hit the baseline runner, nice kick out to Webb there as well.
Oh, no good there from the three-point try. Bounces off the back of the basket. And another East Jordan foul coming up.
That's their first foul of the second half, and the second on Brendan Ennis. But as I was saying, Shane, East Jordan, they're most effective. We saw that dunk that Malpas had when he was on the baseline runner. They got it to the high post and timed the baseline cut. When you can do that effectively, you're able to put a lot of pressure on the interior of the zone defense.
Daniel Jacobson with all he can handle right now against William Webb. Gets it back over to Hogan McKinley. Minute and a half's gone by so far in this third period. Tie ball game still, 26 apiece. No score as of yet. McKinley back in the corner to Nathan O'Connell. Thought about the three, takes it up, goes inside, back up top, and around the arc we go. Jacobson trying his hand in the inside. That one's off a Red Devil, staying on this end of the court.
I think if you're Jacobson, you got to start trying to get to the 15-foot pull-up jump shot. You're not going to get all the way to the rim against the help defense of East Jordan, but if you can get to the 15 to 17-foot range, that might be where you have to make your living tonight if you're Jacobson.
Fine from Jacobson to Cameron here on the elbow. Goes in, passes that one off to O'Connell, gains it back up. Working against Ellis Malpas. And must have had it tipped slightly there by Ellis as it goes back the other way. Scoreless after 2:15.
Yeah, Malpas got the deflection there. O'Connell's got to work to get into his body a little bit more on that post move.
Out and away to Ryder Malpas, no good from the pass off Corbin Russell. The putback no good either by Max Beal, but a third attempt is there for East Jordan. The first points of the second half, 28-26 lead.
And the first points of the game for Corbin Russell since he hit a three in the first quarter, Shane.
Wow. Hogan McKinley here, getting that one off to Daniel Jacobson. Still only 3 points scored in this game. All from the free throw line. Back in the corner to O'Connell. Spinning around. Lets that one go.
Got to swing it.
Yes, indeed.
Travel.
Yep.
And you can see as Ryder Malpas and Corbin Russell have re-entered the game for East Jordan, their intensity level has picked up here tonight, Shane. Defensively, primarily, where you can sense this shift of their pressure.
Still only the 2 points scored by Corbin Russell and East Jordan after the first 3 minutes, 15 seconds of this third quarter, and another dunk brought to you by Ellis Malpas. He is lighting up the basket so far.
Yeah, he's a high flyer, and they ran that same baseline action there, Shane. And when you run that baseline, as you see this replay here, they set it up nicely for the lob.
There you go. 2 great dunks so far for Ellis Malpas. He's got the height and the bounce to do it, that's for sure. So O'Connell finds his way inside. Missed up dump there, but Cameron gathers it back up and gets the 2 points, stops the bleeding for a moment. 30-28 ball game.
Yeah, I thought O'Connell got that tipped away. Almost looked like it was a double dribble.
Webb gets it taken away here by Hogan McKinley. Quick find to his younger brother Cooper, and it's in. Tie ball game.
These teams going back and forth right now. Center of the ring, exchanging punches. This is a fun one.
Oh my goodness, one of the best I've seen so far this year. 30-30, all tied up. I don't know if it's appropriate to mention on a broadcast, but my favorite hunting rifle. Up and away, the three-pointer, no good by Max Beal. Rebounded here, Nathan O'Connell taking it back. Good pass to Hogan McKinley, and it's a block by William Webb. The putback, though, is good.
That should have been a goaltend. We can play it back on the highlight, but Jacobson able to shake loose and get his 5th point on the hustle play on the offensive rebound.
32-30, 3:07 to go in the third quarter, no good. Ryder Malpas letting one go from deep.
If you're Jacobson, you got to keep this ball. You can't give this one up. You got to carve this one out yourself.
Been a good team player so far this game. Finds Cooper McKinley in the corner, works his way out of a jam along the baseline. That'll be a foul coming up on East Jordan again.
I think it's on Beal.
Yeah.
And for Beal, that's his 3rd personal.
So to my tally, unless if I miss one from St. Mary, it's a 12-5 free throw tally.
No, not free throws, just fouls.
Foul tally, I apologize. Yeah, wrong F. With East Jordan well ahead in that count. O'Connell looking for someone, gets the inbound off from the baseline just in time. Back to Hogan McKinley here. 2:45 to go in the third. O'Connell working his way around, lets one fly, gets a good bounce, and it's in.
That's a nice play by O'Connell, the show and go. And then he wasn't out of control as he drove the baseline and had the presence of mind to use the glass, and a nice finish for O'Connell inside.
Timeout taken here by East Jordan. St. Mary with the biggest lead that they've had so far this game. Only 4 points. Neither team has had a lead bigger than 6 so far.
Well, while we have an opportunity to do so tonight, we just want to thank all of our sponsors for making this game possible for you to watch from the comforts of wherever you find comfort. Yeah. And as we have a tie-in here, Ellis Malpas here for the Red Devils with 2 soaring dunks, certainly flying high here for East Jordan. We want to remind you that when you're looking to get away this spring, for spring break, you need to fly high right out of our friends at Traverse City Cherry Capital Airport. TVCAirport.com will get you to the sun and the sand. Book your next getaway today at TVCAirport.com for more information how you can get away. But why would you want to get away from this game right here, Shane? 2:34 left in this third quarter. Snowbirds up by 4. It was tied 26-all at halftime, and they've outscored the Red Devils right now, I believe, in a 6-0 run.
Yep. So here we are, Eli Burns to Beal, back to Webb, all over. With
that should be
Hogan
a foul.
McKinley. Yes, it will be.
And that foul's going against Hogan McKinley. That's his 2nd personal.
So that'll bring in Joe Jacobson to replace his younger brother Cooper McKinley for a moment.
No relation. Jacobson and McKinley.
Right. Well, I meant Hogan's younger brother. Sorry. Missed a couple words in there. Webb did not miss that layup, though, and it's a 2-point game once again, 34-32.
It's a nice out-of-timeout play to get Webb going to the rim.
O'Connell back to Cameron. Rare find to have him at the top of the arc. Back over to Joe Jacobson. Just under 2 minutes to go here in the third. Daniel flies his way in. That'll be a charge.
Yeah, nice little dribble handoff action up top by the Snowbirds, and Jacobson, you just got to come to a jump stop there. Yeah. Shoot the 8-foot floater. I said it earlier, tonight's not the night where you're going to be able to get all the way to the rim. Just from the help defense and the resources that the Red Devils are committing to keeping Jacobson all the way from getting to the basket, you got to be able to shoot that mid-range jump shot or floater or just runner to avoid getting these charges, because you're not going to get all the way to the rim with the amount of help side defense that East Jordan is committing to stopping Jacobson's drives.
And that'll be the second charge call we've seen on the Snowbirds so far this evening.
Was that drawn by Ennis? If so, that's his second drawn charge. I believe it was.
I don't know.
I believe that was Brendan Ennis who drew that foul.
Well, I'll go with your word on that as Cooper McKinley comes back in. Webb gathers that one up after losing it momentarily, draws the foul, gets the two, ties the ball game up, and gives the Red Devils a chance to take the lead once more, depending on how his trip to the free throw line goes here.
And the Red Devils have found something here with Will Webb catching at the high post area and turning, facing, and then making an aggressive decision. Shane, did you see who that foul was on for the Snowbirds?
I called it, but it went out of my mind as soon as I called it. And there's that. There we go. No shot there from Russell. There's the putback and another foul drawn here by the Snowbirds.
So the big news there is that is back-to-back fouls on Charlie Cameron, who had just picked up his third foul. The Snowbirds didn't get a good block out, and the Red Devils were able to score it once again on a second chance. And Charlie Cameron didn't go straight up there, and that's going to get a foul every time.
Yes, indeed. And there is a quick 5-point swing for East Jordan on 2 possessions. 2 made shots and a free throw. And a takeaway here by Webb. Hogan McKinley falling on it. See what the call is here. It will go with East Jordan. My goodness, the atmosphere in this gym right now. 37-34 ball game in favor of the Red Devils at the moment. Joe Jacobson comes back in, replacing Robbie Amsberg, who was in for just a moment.
And I think the big dice roll question of the game for the Snowbirds is when do you bring back in Charlie Cameron with those 4 fouls? It's been a 7-0 run here for East Jordan.
Firing that one off the glass. Brennan Ennis far too powerful there.
St. Mary's got to run here and find Jacobson on a spot up, try to get him an early look.
Hogan McKinley back over to Joe Jacobson, the younger brother of Daniel. And St. Mary's here content to just little clock run out, gather their breath, try and find a good shot here, down by 3.
So because they only play 7 guys, Shane, when they slow down on offense, that's their way of trying to get their breath.
Yes, indeed. Daniel Jacobson had a good look, leaves that one just a little bit short.
And that's the shot that the Red Devils are allowing him to get.
William Webb working it all the way in. And it's a 5-point lead, tied for the second biggest they've had in this game. 39-34, St. Mary and Hogan McKinley lets one fly from 3-point, no good.
Got a timeout here on the baseline for an injured Red Devil. Looks like that is Will Webb, who's down working on his left foot. By all indications, Shane, it looks like it could be a cramp. And they're going to come out and try to stretch out his calves here. Will Webb, right now in the game, he's got 10 points and just put the Red Devils up by a handful. Head coach Dale Jacob right now at center court trying to get an explanation from
that Charlie Cameron foul earlier on.
And if we went back and cued the replay, you would see that there was not a law of verticality there. So what they look for, the officials, is did you go straight up? And if you go straight up, then you're entitled to that airspace, if you will. And what they're calling Cameron for is that his arms came down onto the arms of the player shooting the offensive putback. So right now, Will Webb getting some attention down here on the sideline. And ladies and gentlemen, I don't think this is a cramp anymore. They were working on his left leg, and we're going to go ahead and step aside as the athletic trainers are checking in on Will Webb. We got 28.5 seconds left. We'll be back after this.
Vision Source and Gaylord Eye Care are proud to be offering their services to local communities across northern Michigan. With locations in Gaylord, Boyne City, Bel Air, and Sheboygan, they're committed to serving you and providing a trusted source of credentials and expertise. If you're struggling with anything vision related, then don't hesitate to schedule a consultation and meet their friendly and experienced staff for yourself.
Yeah, and here we are coming back into this one. Thankfully, William Webb was able to come back off the court with a little bit of help. Yeah, and it does look to be a bad cramp for him, so we hope for his well-being here in the final 8.5 minutes of this game and maybe see him return later on as Daniel Jacobson tried to get the takeaway there. Too fast for him as he goes out of bounds, staying here with 19 seconds to go for the Red Devils.
Yeah, Jacobson had the answers to the test there on that defensive possession. He just couldn't put it down on paper.
Eli Burns with the pass off to Beal from the inbound. 10 seconds remaining here in the third. Still a 5-point lead for the Red Devils.
Nice play.
Beal lets one fly, and it's in. The biggest lead that they have now by 8, 42-34. Hogan McKinley lets one rip from deep down the court, and that'll be it. It was a tie ball game, 26 apiece going into this second half. Now at the end of the third quarter, East Jordan has the 8-point lead over St. Mary, 42-34. We will step away for one more break and come back on the other side of this after word from a couple of our sponsors bringing up our fourth period. Stay tuned.
Are you interested in building a new home or renovating an existing one? With over 100 years of combined experience, J&J Construction is one of the most reliable and respected general contractors in our service area. J&J is a trusted construction partner valued by architects, subcontractors, financiers, and most of all, their clients. J&J Construction has been completing quality homes and improvement projects that add value to the communities they serve. They bring a passion for innovation and a commitment to quality to every job they do. Call them today.
And here we are, the fourth and final quarter of this game. St. Mary finds himself in a bit of a hole right now, 42-34. We need to get some points on the board in a hurry to stop the bleeding from this high-strung East Jordan offense before the wheels start to wobble a little bit here on this St. Mary vehicle. Joe Jacobson finding his fellow freshman player Cooper, spinning around into the paint, finds O'Connell. Yet another freshman delivers there for two. Back to a two-possession, 6-point game. Ryder Malpas in control here. Finds Corbin Russell inside to Ennis, and back around we go to Malpas. Jacobson hanging all over him, lets that one go. That'll careen into the East Jordan bench. Back to the Snowbirds. You want to capitalize on it here.
Yeah, I thought Ryder Malpas turned down a pretty good shot there, Shane. The East Jordan Red Devils had a nice inside-out look, and Malpas turned down, I thought, looked like a pretty good three-pointer shot. He's got a nice-looking stroke. He'll probably take that one next time as the Red Devils going into a half-court trap. And that's exactly, they just put that little half-court trap. Jacobson dribbled right into the corner, didn't see it coming. That's the first time the Red Devils have sprung that here tonight. So St. Mary now has to be prepared for that.
7 minutes to go exactly in the game. Still a 6-point lead in favor of East Jordan. Corbin Russell flinging that one back over to Malpas. Inside to Ennis, and that'll be a
3 seconds.
Yep, 3-second lane violation.
They're either going to get a 3 seconds in the lane or a hold on Nathan O'Connell. You got to get 5 on a dice here for the Snowbirds, and that's what they're shaping up to do. Charlie Cameron back into the game as well. Get a quick snap reversal right to the middle, right there. Except it was stolen.
Ryder Malpas bringing it back. Good find here to his cousin. And there you go, Ellis delivers. 44-36, 6:25 to go. Jacobson to O'Connell, inside to Hogan McKinley. That one taken away by Beal, out of bounds, staying here with the Snowbirds.
Red Devils right now just trying to mix up the tempo, make St. Mary play a little bit faster than what they've been doing. St. Mary has been very, very deliberate in the half court. As that'll be a foul, a third foul against Corbin Russell on that little inbound set. The quick hitter the Snowbirds like to run to O'Connell. Big possession here for St. Mary if they need to answer back.
Yes, indeed. Down 8, got the foul there. The third one on Russell. Again, one of the most impactful players. As O'Connell gets that one back over to Cooper McKinley. Pickpocketed by Ellis Malpas. And they back the other way.
Yeah, good hands by East Jordan on the back tap.
6 minutes to go. Ryder Malpas finds Corbin Russell.
See, if you're East Jordan right now, you want Ellis Malpas running the baseline.
Ryder, too powerful there on the layup. Another potential takeaway here. That'll go off the hand of Max Beal, thankfully for the Snowbirds. They'll go back in their control.
Just want to say, what a great play by Max Beal there, because the Snowbirds had a 2-on-1 break if they're able to complete that outlet pass. But right now, St. Mary getting stops. That was a nice look driving to the basket there from Malpas. Got to take that shot if you're O'Connell.
He did. Not able to get that one to fall in, though. Well short. So a tough opportunity there for the Snowbirds. Back the other way. Webb driving into the paint. And Ellis gets the shot and the foul coming up here.
And for Charlie Cameron, that's his 5th personal foul as Ellis Malpas makes it a clear 10-point game. Doing some quick math in my head here, the Red Devils have outscored the Snowbirds 20-10 in the second half. As Malpas is looking for his 14th point of the game, no good.
Thankfully for the Snowbirds, that foul must not have been on Charlie Cameron.
I guess not.
As he finds Hogan McKinley here. A 10-point ball game now, 46-36, 5:20 to go. Big, big possession here once again for the Snowbirds. Need to get some momentum built back in their favor. Stop the bleeding for a moment anyway. As Cooper finds it here, working against inside to O'Connell. Gets the foul call.
We got a little extracurriculars after the play.
Yeah.
The foul was called against Ellis Malpas. And Malpas and Cameron kind of got tied up there at the end of the play, but it'll be O'Connell going to the free throw line for 2 shots.
East Jordan, ruckus as ever, keeping their boys very energized here on this side of the court. Also of note, William Webb, of course, seems to be doing great there off that cramp, so that's, of course, good to see.
That is good to see, man. He was down for a good solid 8 count.
Yeah. Ref giving some words to the boys. Relax here for the free throws. Oh, that one was well off by O'Connell. I'd like to see him get this one here to give the Snowbirds at least a 3-possession game. That one falls short into the hands of Corbin Russell. Back off to Webb. Now Ryder Malpas to Russell once again. 4:55 to go and counting in the game. Ellis spinning around.
Nice pass.
Yes, indeed. Finds Corbin Russell, who takes care of the dirty work. 48-36. St. Mary scoring only 2 points here so far in the opening 3 minutes of this period.
Got to get it to Jacobson. Jacobson has Webb back on him. I think you want to get Jacobson the ball here to really test out the ability of Webb to move laterally, in my opinion.
Kinley gathers that one up right there. Along the sideline, back over to Jacobson. He'll take it inside. That'll be another foul coming up on William Webb.
And that time, St. Mary just ran a little elevator screen to free up Jacobson out on the elbow. I think that's only the second or third foul on Will Webb. Right now, you got to get it to Jacobson. They're not denying the pass. They're just playing up on him.
Jacobson lets one fly from three-pointer, gets it in. And finally, a slight sigh of relief for the Snowbird faithful. Got their only second score in the first 4 minutes of this period. Brings it back to a 9-point, 48-39 game. Gonna need some more production in a hurry, though. The answer back three, no good from Max Beal. Cameron there on the rebound, gets it back off to Hogan McKinley.
Got to find Jacobson again right now. Instead of down screen, try to free him up.
Hogan McKinley whirling around all the defenders, lays that one in, 7-point ball game, and we've got a timeout called by Coach Dale Jacob.
Yeah, wise timeout there by the St. Mary coaching staff, just trying to settle things down. At once, they were down by 12 points.
Yep.
Now just a 7-point game after a 5-point run by their two senior guards, Hogan McKinley and Daniel Jacobson. Well, while we have an opportunity to do so, we're going to step aside once again real quick and hear from our friends at Golf Gaylord. We'll be back after this.
Coming back into this one, 3:38 to go in the ball game. St. Mary on a quick 5-0 spurt. Down 12, back to a 7-point game, 41-48. No contact there between Ryder Malpus and Daniel Jacobson. No harm, no foul there. William Webb taking it back up top. He drives all the way in. That'll be a foul coming up on Nathan O'Connell. Webb unaffected there from that big cramp he had earlier.
And he comes back into the game and immediately makes an impact. Before he went down with that injury, Shane, he had been the spark plug that East Jordan needed. St. Mary that time came out in a man-to-man pressure look, and East Jordan recognized it well, or Webb turned left, put his head down, got to the rim. One thing he did really well was finish through contact. As you know, they say you got to keep your chin on the rim, keep your focus on the rim, and he did that.
St. Mary catching a little break there, missed the free throw there from Webb. Saved that possession there. It'll be O'Connell working the baseline. Back off to Hogan McKinley. Lets one fly from three. That one's just short. Cameron there to pick up the rebound. The putback no good. The third chance no good. O'Connell there. Finally back into the hands of the Red Devils. And Coach Dale Jacobs is livid right now. No foul call at that end of the floor.
It's going to lead to an open shot.
Max Beal, no good there off the heel. 2:45 to go. 9-point game.
And that's going to be, I think, the fifth team foul. So the Snowbirds will be going to the free throw line. Or excuse me, the fourth team foul. We've got 4 and we've got 3 on the books. But the Red Devils had a chance to deliver the knockout punch there.
As O'Connell gets it back here to Daniel Jacobson. Need some points in a hurry if you're the Snowbirds. Down 9. Hogan McKinley lets one fly. Too powerful. Cameron tries to get the rebound. O'Connell saves it. And that'll be a travel. Yes, indeed.
So right there, I think the Snowbirds got a good looking shot there from McKinley. Just unable to knock that down. East Jordan in their half-court execution here, they're not really running a lot of time. They have a 9-point lead with 2:27. The Snowbirds have kind of sped up the Red Devils here. Let's see how they want to play this out.
This game was a turnover frenzy in the first half. Kind of got a little bit cleaner here. East Jordan seeming to shore things up. Snowbirds need to create some of those in a hurry. But it'll be Ellis Smallpass spinning around. Cameron there on the rebound.
You got to run if you're Jacobson here.
120 seconds to go in this game. Jacobson made a lot of contact there at the half-court line. Boy, this coaching staff is just not happy with this officiating so far, and there'll be a foul coming up here on East Jordan.
That should be the 5th foul and put Cooper McKinley to the free throw line. So one thing you don't want to do if you're the Red Devils is you don't want to foul when you're up. Now, it's a different ball game if it's like 10 seconds left and you're up 4, then you will foul, or if you're up 3. But up 9 with under 2 minutes to go, you don't want to foul to potentially let the opposing team score without the clock moving. For Ellis Malpas, who just fouled out, he finishes the night with 13 points and is the leading scorer for the Red Devils with 13.
So far, 0 for 3 at the line for the Snowbirds. Cooper lets that one go as well. So 4 missed opportunities here for East Jordan. Could be as close as a 5-point game right now.
Yeah, those 4 misses for St. Mary coming in this fourth quarter as well.
Yeah.
I believe Nathan O'Connell left 2 points at the line, and then McKinley did there as well. Jacobson made 3 free throws in the first half for the Snowbirds. Actually, all 3 of his points coming from the free throw line in the first half. But right now, the Snowbirds will either have to get a quick foul, or not a foul. They'll have to get a trap, try to force a turnover, and then if they're unable to force a turnover, have to take a quick foul, because I think they have 1 more foul to give before the Red Devils will be shooting in the bonus the rest of the way. So if you don't get a quick trap and a steal, then you take the foul if you're Gaylord St. Mary. Well, we have an opportunity to do so. We just want to thank all of our sponsors tonight for making this game possible. We wouldn't be here if it weren't for them. So if you see anyone affiliated with these fine sponsors, make sure you say, hey, thanks for letting me watch high school basketball from my couch. We're here courtside, so you can be couch side.
For absolutely free, of course.
That's right. We want to thank our friends at the Traverse City Cherry Capital Airport, J&J Construction, Gaylord Jimmy John's, the Gaylord Eye Care Center, and Golf Gaylord. And if I forgot to mention J&J Construction, I'd be remiss too, because one of our proud sponsors through a long time.
I was just going to say one of our longest running sponsors.
That should be close to an over and back, and it was. So, yeah, Will Webb, his left foot came down there on the half-court line.
Minute 42 to go in the game. St. Mary with a must-have bucket here to keep them in this one. Down 9, 50-41.
He's got to penalize the overplay. Right now, if they're sending 3 people to one side of the floor, should have somebody open at the block.
Daniel Jacobson working his way all the way in. Not able to get the easy puppy. O'Connell cleans things up, draws the foul. And he'll be going to the line.
And you can see right now Daniel Jacobson is upset with himself for missing the puppy.
Yeah.
Maybe the cleanest look he's had at the basket tonight outside of that follow-up he had in the third quarter. But now the Snowbirds need to put their free throw woes behind them and start knocking them down. This will be their 5th and 6th attempt here in the fourth quarter.
And it's in for the first one. 8-point ball game. 86 seconds to go. St. Mary has scored a combined 16 points this entire second half. That one falls short. Team players all over the place between Brennan Ennis and Corbin Russell for the Red Devils trying to gather that one up. A Snowbird foul here, falling against Hogan McKinley.
Yeah, and that's actually not a bad foul, because you're right there. You need to have another foul to give, so that way when you need to foul to extend the game to put East Jordan on the line, now you afford yourself the ability to do that.
Webb.
That should have been an illegal screen.
Yeah. That will be there against O'Connell, foul called.
Well, I thought actually they were going to get the illegal screen on Corbin Russell. From my vantage point, it looked like he was leaning into it. O'Connell takes the foul.
That should be the 4th now for East Jordan, the Snowbirds rather. East Jordan has the ball currently with 76 seconds to go.
So just checked here.
Yep.
14 fouls for St. Mary.
Webb with a good find under the basket. No good there by Brendan Ennis. Snowbirds get it back.
Keep the ill-advised shot for East Jordan. You don't need to shoot that early. Clock is your opponent, not the Snowbirds right now.
Jacobson to Cooper for a 3. Put too powerful there. Coming back with the rebound, Max Beal.
And that's a good foul, not wasting a lot of time, and Max Beal will take about a 60-foot gaunter down to the free throw line. And the Snowbirds got a really nice look there. And I think if you're East Jordan and you're watching some film later on this season, was that Russell who made that baseline drive there? You don't necessarily need those points. You're more or less competing against the time on the clock as opposed to the opponent on the floor. It's sometimes hard for 15, 16, 17-year-old kids to truly understand what that means. But as Beal knocks down the first free throw, he's got 10 points now in the game.
Kind of the unsung hero, I'd say, for East Jordan here. Beal's been doing a little bit of everything and quietly got to double-digit scoring.
So it appears our book was incorrect. We had Ellis Malpas with 5 personal fouls, only 4. So he checks back into the game.
Hogan McKinley spinning around, 10-point differential now with 49 seconds to go. Back to Daniel Jacobson, working around William Webb. Looks like he caught a finger to the eyeball.
Yeah, Webb got a little bit too close in the airspace of Jacobson, and Jacobson kind of shook him free, and I think Webb caught an elbow to the nose.
Yeah, so he's been injury-ridden so far. A big cramp earlier on in the third.
Yeah.
Now takes a shot to the beak, and he'll be sitting down probably the rest of this one.
Yeah, he's been a tough competitor here tonight, not only with the calf cramp. Now he takes the hit to the nose.
Some blood here on the floor,
Yeah.
so they'll get the staff out to wipe and disinfect things real quick.
Yeah, and you can see right there, athletic director Bob DeLong is quickly on it. Webb did take that shot from the elbow of Jacobson. It didn't look like there was any ill intent there, Shane. It was just a basketball play as Jacobson was trying to clear some airspace up top. Well, we got to quickly recap what we saw in this second half. It was a 26-26 game at halftime. The Red Devils have put an even 26 points up here in this second half to go along with their 26 in the first half. Gaylord St. Mary only able to put up 16 points. And that 10-point margin is reflected on the scoreboard right now as it's 52-42 in favor of the Red Devils. And you just look at the scoring distribution for East Jordan. It's been very even so far. You're looking at 13 points for Ellis Malpas, 12 points for Will Webb, 10 points for Max Beal, and then getting some contributions from Ryder Malpas with 6 points and Corbin Russell with 7. Leading scorers for East Jordan.
Do we have any messages on the chat box while we have a moment?
Let's check the YouTube chat. No, nothing here, but just want to give a shout out to everybody tuning in tonight, watching from wherever you're watching from. It's been a fun and exciting game as the 2 of the top 3 teams in the Ski Valley squaring off here. This is Daniel Jacobson at the free throw line, making it good for his 9th point of the contest.
Robbie Amsterberg comes back in here for a moment. The final 43 seconds of the game. Well, 2 for 2 there at the free throw line, but it might be too little too late here for the Snowbirds. They missed 5 of their opening 6 here in this fourth quarter, if my memory is correct. And we've got another foul back down here for the Red Devils to shoot there, returning 2 fouls.
Yeah, so that is the, I believe, 3rd team foul against Daniel Jacobson. I misspoke earlier. I thought earlier in this game that Ellis Malpas had fouled out with 5 personal fouls. They did not give that, I believe, one of those fouls to him that he accrued in that fourth quarter. So he's got 4 right now.
He misses his first free throw.
Snowbirds bringing back in Cameron to try to get a defensive rebounding presence here.
The game still not out of reach for East Jordan. If you miss the free throw here from Ryder Malpas, which he does not, still it's a 3-possession game. You get a quick 3, brings you back within 6, opens up a few more possibilities. Hogan McKinley lets one fly, and it's in! 53-47, 32 seconds to go. Time ticking in a hurry. O'Connell gets it back, not before Corbin Russell strips it away, and we've got a whistle blown here.
What a big-time shot by Hogan McKinley there, stepping into that one and knocking it down. I believe that's the first made 3-pointer of the second half for the Snowbirds, and it comes at a very pivotal time. They have now a 2-score deficit, down by 6. Big-time free throws here for Russell. If he can knock down one of these, Shane, it changes the whole landscape of this game.
Yeah.
There you go.
Gets it in. And, you know, the Snowbirds had a glimmer of hope there off the Hogan-McKinley 3. O'Connell did get the rebound for a moment, but Corbin Russell was just the stronger of the two players, was able to wrestle it away. He gets it back here. The next free throw will most likely seal things up for the Red Devils to come out of the Monsignor Kaminsky Gymnasium with the win. A missed free throw there. Hold on. 7-point game. Jacobson powers his way in, gets the 2 as it rims around and in. We got a timeout called by Dale Jacob. 5 points down, 17 seconds to go, Charles.
It's still a 2-possession game. You want to foul early, extend the clock, extend the game. East Jordan right there. Russell splitting the 2 free throws at the free throw line. You foul, and then if East Jordan can make 2 free throws, that second free throw is the most pivotal one.
Yeah.
If you can get this game to 7 points again for East Jordan, you're feeling very comfortable about where you're at in the position to win this game. 6 points is a completely different animal than 7 because it requires one more possession to score that additional point. So if it's a 6-point game and East Jordan, say, splits at the free throw line, assuming that they do get the ball inbounded here, that second free throw is monumental just in terms of how you play the game from a strategic approach. But both teams right now drawing up a lot of different scenarios, talking about the conditionalities of what they need to do and the execution here. You're also reminding your teams in these timeouts how many timeouts you have left available, because if you're East Jordan, you need to know that you can run the baseline and that you can take a timeout. So those are the situational awareness things that teams have to go through and just overall make sure that everyone is crystal clear on that win you basketball games.
That'll be East Jordan inbounding here from the Snowbird baseline.
You don't need to shoot that, but
found Trace Weinkoop wide open, and that will seal up the game here, 56-49 with 8 seconds to go. Hogan McKinley lets another one rip from 3-point land, no good. Corbin Russell comes down with the rebound, and St. Mary will pick up their 3rd loss of the season here at the Monsignor Kaminsky Gymnasium by a 7-point total, 56-49, but what a hard-fought game here from the Snowbirds.
Yeah, I thought it was a really entertaining game here. The biggest difference in the second half, I talked about at halftime which of the stars were going to come through for each of their teams in a bigger way, and really for East Jordan, it was their auxiliary players.
Yeah.
William Webb coming up huge. Ellis Malpus coming up huge. I mean, those two combined for 25 points. So when your primary players are saddled with foul trouble, you got to have other people step up and shoulder the load. And I thought that was impressive for East Jordan here tonight, coming in and taking this victory and taking a firm grasp of first place in the Ski Valley Conference. Shane, your final thoughts from the Monsignor Kaminsky Gymnasium.
Well, there's a lot of season left to go for both of these teams. St. Mary is has played the fewest number of games so far in the Ski Valley, so that leaves the door open for them. They have been on a tough skid here these last 2 games. Of course, Mansalona and East Jordan dropping 2 straight now at home, so things will only get tougher for them. But I know Dale Jacob has this team well coached, and there's a lot of time left to work some things out here. They've only played, I believe this is their finally 14th game of the season thereabout. So there's a lot yet to look forward to for St. Mary. Just an overall great offensive game for East Jordan. Some great defensive takeaways for them as well. You got to give them props. It's a very experienced team. There's only one sophomore, and that's William Webb on that entire East Jordan roster. So that just goes to show mostly juniors and seniors playing, where St. Mary regularly throws in 3 freshmen to play. So that just goes to credit with the experience that East Jordan has, but overall a great game here for the both of us to watch and call, and for you to watch at home, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, so for myself, Shane Smith, we say thanks for making us a part of your Monday night. Once again, our sponsors tonight. This game has been brought to you courtesy of J&J Constructions, the Gaylord Eye Care Center, the Traverse City Cherry Capital Airport, Gaylord Jimmy John's, and last but not least, our friends at Schultz Marathon Party Store and Golf Gaylord. Right here from the Alpine Village, Charles Trail, Shane Smith signing off. Until next time, everyone, have a good rest of your evening. Good night.
What did we have up to 101? 103 peak concurrence. Wow.
Yeah.
That's pretty